Good morning, everyone. It's another beautiful day in Colorado, and I'm here today to talk about moxibustion. As someone who's taught Moxa to hundreds of students all over the world, I want everyone to know who has an interest in Moxa about Lorraine Wilcox and her wonderful work on that subject. Lorraine did her doctoral thesis on moxibustion, and she's turned her interest in Moxa into a fairly thriving specialty. She has a wonderful Facebook page. If you go to Facebook and type in moxibustion, she posts all sorts of interesting things every day on that subject. So for those of you who like it, I encourage you to check out Lorraine Wilcox's presence on the internet. She also has done 2 books that were published by Blue Poppy. And the first one, which came out about 2 years ago, is called Moxibustion, The Power of Mugwort Fire, which is an interesting title. But what's in this book is pretty much the entire historical record. She's researched all the way back to the Neijing and every book in between that she could find that talks about Moxa and all of its uses, which are huge if you go all the way back to the Han Dynasty and the earliest extant record. If you have an interest in astrology and divination, she has a whole section on that in this book. And she focuses on the Ming Dynasty and 3 very famous doctors, which most of you will have heard of. The first was Li Shizhen, who wrote the Lakeside Master's Study of the Pulse, and the Bunsao Gong Mu, which of course is one of the foundation pharmacopoeia texts that we have in Chinese medicine. The second one was Yang Jizhou, who did the great compendium of acupuncture moxibustion, the Junzhe Dacheng, which is of course one of the foundation texts of our medicine. The third one was can't remember the name. Oh, Zhang Bin, who was famous for creating the 10 questions, which we all study when we're in school in terms of how we're supposed to question our patients. So she focuses on the work of those 3 doctors and in the Ming Dynasty and what they had to say about moxibustion. So if you like astrology, divination, classical texts, just so you can see also on the inside, she puts the Chinese. So in other words, if you read Chinese and you want to actually read the source material in Chinese, that's in this book as well. So interesting treatments and wonderful stuff if you like classics. Then about a year later, she brought out this book, Moxibustion, A Modern Clinical Handbook. The thing that's great about this book, the best thing about the book, there's many wonderful things about it, but the best thing about the book is the extensive photographs. I mean, the book is full of photographs. There are probably hundreds of photographs in here, which were interesting from the point of view of producing the book, but she did a fabulous job with this. And what the photographs cover are how to make different kinds of moxa, how to process moxa, how to grow moxa, how to harvest moxa, as well as close-ups of specific kinds of treatments, every kind of treatment you can think of with moxibustion, stuff that is never taught in schools, but that's very useful. She also has a whole section on legal issues and moxa burns and dealing with moxa sores and burns in the clinic. Then she has at the back an entire 150-page treatment formulary on a very large index that you can access whatever sign or symptom or disease your patient might have that you would want to treat with. She also covers all of the things that Moxa can do, which are far larger than what you're going to learn in school. It's not just warming the channels and scattering cold. It's far more detailed than that. So if you like moxibustion, you want to have these books. Thanks for listening.